I'm just useless.
So say again.
I'm just useless.
But that
I'm just useless. Those three words from Lewis Hamilton after Hungarian qualifying weren't whispered, they were detonated. Ferrari needs a new driver. That's what Hamilton told the world, on record. Not a misquote, not taken out of context, just a brutally raw self-assessment from the most successful driver in F1 history, at a track where he's reigned more than anyone. But now, he's walking through the paddock calling himself worthless. For the Scuderia, this wasn't just a bad session, it was a psychological earthquake. The Hungaroring has always been Hamilton territory. 8 wins, countless pole laps, a circuit where his instincts usually come alive. And this weekend was meant to be the comeback after the Spa disaster. Instead, the momentum has shattered. Hamilton out in Q2. Charles Leclerc, pole position. Same SF25, 2 completely different stories. And one of them is spiraling. The question now is whether this is a one-off collapse or a warning flare from inside Maranello. Let's break this down. Hamilton's Ferrari debut was never going to be simple. But this, 12th on the grid while Leclerc pulled out a jaw-dropping pole, the contrast couldn't be starker. Hamilton sounded broken on the radio. In his post-session interview, the emotion wasn't frustration, it was doubt. I'm useless. The team needs a different driver. No excuses, no blaming strategy, no mention of upgrades, just self-blame. And that's exactly what makes this so shocking. The SF25 wasn't the issue. It delivered pole, which means the tools were there, but for Hamilton, the harmony wasn't. And when a 7-time world champion begins to question himself, it sends tremors across Maranello. Ferrari fans, the Tifosi, have seen this story before. Great drivers, massive expectations, and then pressure turns internal. This was supposed to be Hamilton's revival arc, a late-career renaissance in Rosso Corsa. Instead, it's veering dangerously close to a crisis of confidence. At Spa, he failed to escape Q1 twice. Hungary was his shot at redemption, on a track tailor-made for finesse and rhythm. And yet, 3/10 behind Leclerc. In the same machinery. In F1, that gap is a chasm, especially when it places you behind rookies, midfield runners, and a teammate who just silenced every doubter with a perfect lap. Inside the Ferrari garage, the contrast was painful. One side, celebration, engineers hugging, data confirming magic. The other side, silence. Hamilton sitting motionless, helmet still on, radios quiet, his posture heavy. And when the numbers came in, just enough time left on the table to sting. He wasn't far, but in F1, fractions destroy dreams. And here's the most telling part. Hamilton didn't protect himself. No deflection, no technical excuses. He said, "It's not the car, it's me." For a driver with his legacy, that kind of brutal honesty is rare and dangerous, because once doubt enters the system, it spreads. Especially in a team like Ferrari, where pressure is part of the DNA. We've seen this tension before, between expectations and execution. But this is different. This is Hamilton suggesting maybe he doesn't belong in the red car. Meanwhile, Leclerc, calm, aggressive, precise, is extracting everything from the SF25. Especially in Sector 2, where confidence is king, and Hamilton was backing off where Leclerc was dancing. That difference matters. It defines race strategy, tire wear, pit window targets. It separates top 6 charges from Sunday survival mode. Hamilton now faces a race of redemption, not opportunity. And with whispers growing around his influence inside the team, strategic memos, development direction clashes, the pressure isn't just on the stopwatch, it's within the walls of Maranello. This isn't just about performance gaps, it's about philosophy. Leclerc is the calm heir to Ferrari's modern era. Hamilton is the ambitious outsider trying to reshape a legacy. When that balance tips, the garage starts choosing sides. Not with words, but with quiet decisions. So now the eyes of the Tifosi aren't just on the front row. They're locked onto the Ferrari garage, waiting to see how the Scuderia responds. If Hamilton claws his way through the field, into the top 6, maybe beyond, it buys him belief and time. The energy resets, the team breathes. But if he fades again, if Sunday becomes a slow-motion defeat while Leclerc leads the charge, Ferrari will have to ask a brutal question. Is this still the project they're backing into 2026? Or has the tide, quietly but decisively, already turned toward Leclerc's leadership? This Hungarian Grand Prix might not decide the championship, but it could decide the soul of Ferrari's 2025 campaign. So we ask you, Tafisi, has Hamilton simply hit a low point, or is something deeper unraveling? Is the SF25 working against him, or is Leclerc proving it's already a winner? Let us know in the comments. Vote in our Ferrari Future poll below. And if you're ready to follow every dramatic twist in this incredible Ferrari journey, smash that like button, subscribe to Ferrari F1 Central, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a single lap of the story. Forza Ferrari, andiamo!